Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. Kvaratskhelia, whose status is beyond reproach, beyond any question.
Well, it doesn't take much to see he really is a class above the rest. You only need to think back to all those memorable moments, and he undoubtedly delivers, well, almost always.
And he's got the beating of Nunez! Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's a decent clearance. Oh, shot a goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. And we have our very first corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kvaratskhelia for Hasebe. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
That has not gone well. And the counter can be on now for Japan. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Poor, robust challenge. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nunez. He is just caressing the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Rijkaard. Valencia are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. He's gone forward. Hasebe is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's been played through. Nakata. Conte. Turns back here, probably the best option. And here's Hullet. Kvaratskhelia drills one in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Conte. Hullet. Iniesta. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedro Porro. And it's Porro. Looks to the other side. Yilmaz. Oh, that's neat. Goes for a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
He can run onto that. Shot could be on. And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
A header! It's a goal! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Shoots! Superb from Hullet! He's got himself an absolute peach. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Valencia have their lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's Conte. Now this could be a chance. This might spell danger. Thinks about the shot. Lovely bit of skill. Kvaratskhelia. Looking for the run. Pedro Porro has the space. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Valencia have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. And we are up to the break.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Valencia are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Down to business again. That's good running with the ball. Nakata will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Casemiro is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Kvaratskhelia. Nice sequence of passes, this. Japan have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Throw it. towards the back stick. Nakata. Conte. Can he get it through? And he's picked out the run. Oh, look at the space here. Taken back almost at once. He's got away. Great ball, and he's in here. Great chance! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. Once more they've done it. They just will not lie down.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Japan drag themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
He's having a good look here.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
Sergio Busquets, cambio de jugadores.
And he shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Japan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Oh, nice touch. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Valencia are looking to go forward now. Chooses to go crossfield. Kvaratskhelia, a player who needs no introduction. Iniesta is onto this. Iniesta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, can they get him away? Pinches it off him. Out of play for a throw. Valencia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free. Saliba has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Japan have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Pedri. Cannavaro, always a very imposing presence at the back. Stojkovic, a quick look, thought about cutting inside. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, that's been cut out, well played. Stojkovic going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Valencia really will have to throw everything at this now. Now it's Pedri. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's found a way through. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And again they hit the front. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Casemiro. Now it's Yamal. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18. Iniesta.
Intercepts the throw. That's well
Será
read.
sustituido por el dorsal
Japan
20.
really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Valencia, moments now away from seeing this one out. Last chance, perhaps. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Casemiro gets over and intercepts. That is good progress on the left. Pedri. And he's in on... And Batistuta! It's in! And right near the end, we have parity. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 6, Xavi.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
O'Reilly. That has ended up in no man's land. That's that, the end. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Cannavaro makes a move down the right. And it's Vitinha. Hasebe. Spread out to the left. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Busquets. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vitinha. And it's Stojkovic. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Eto'o. He's got away. Big chance! And again! Goal! Barcelona are in front! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Valencia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Cannavaro is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he's quick to return it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, that is one way to stop him. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Rijkaard. Here's Cannavaro. And here's Stojkovic. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Busquets. Little pass back. And it's Cannavaro. Ronaldinho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Valencia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Piqué gets it away. Busquets. Shot could be on. Shot at goal! Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Knocks it into space. Oh, sweet feet. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though. Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Oh, robust challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's a pretty loose pass. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And it's Hullet. That pass isn't the best. Oh, terrible pass. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Pelé takes a shot. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Could be danger here. Now it's Messi. And he's managed to get free. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And the referee has signalled for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Hasebe. Swung over. Engages and forces him off the ball. And they can counter here. Ronaldinho getting forward. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Valencia come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
He's found space here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! And no mistake. The moment we all craved above all other. His goal, his moment. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
They're taking a moment to consider their options. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Hasebe. Hasebe is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's found a way through. Oh, nice touch.
Valencia have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Xavi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Pelé. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. He's having a pop! It's hit the crossbar. Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Valencia still have the cards to affect this game. Stojkovic. Kvaratskhelia receives it in a wide position. He is through here. Oh, he's got a shapes to shoot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's managed to get rid.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Busquets, and it's Stojkovic. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Xavi does really well to win the ball there. Iniesta. Messi. That's good running with the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Gullit wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through. Great ball if he can get there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Space for him to turn and look. Now it's Stojkovic. Out towards the flank. Looking for the run. And it's Vitinha. Iniesta picks it up out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's played. There's the shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7, Xavi. El dorsal 4, Iniesta. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 11.
And this is Hazard. He's shifting through the gears here.
Ronaldinho. Serán sustituidos.
Valencia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
El dorsal 17.
The most accurate pass.
19. El dorsal 8. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Time is running out here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Pelé.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That pass has been well intercepted. That'll be a throw. Messi. Yaya Toure. Driving forward. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Swing. Impressive jump. But he's left disappointed.
Vinicius Junior certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Hazard is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Valencia were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. So there it is. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations...
And the finish! He's scored! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Gorgeous! Just gorgeous!
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, they could break here. Now it's Pelé. Pelé gets on his bike and on the move.
Pelé clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous. Has to go back here. Can he get on the end of this? They get a throw in. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And here's Suarez. Nice control. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Valencia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's good play. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he finish? Messi. Spread out to the left. Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. Oh, he's been caught napping. Knocks it out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Valencia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the
Header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Iniesta goes short. Zaragoza are looking to go forward now. Szoboszlai engages and forces him off the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Shifted it to the flank. Hasebe. And it's Rosicky. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Busquets is always looking to break lines. And here's Hullet. Oh, such a clever touch. Pedri! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Valencia have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Rijkaard. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Rosicky. That's Busquets. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Hullet. Over to the right flank. And he's got the beating of his man. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Valencia unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Se ruega al propietario de un deportivo azul metalizado con matrícula capicúa que acuda urgentemente al aparcamiento. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
The second period is underway.
Valencia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rijkaard sends it crossfield. Valencia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And they've got a throw. Hasebe. Iniesta. Hullet running with the ball. Now it's Mbappe. He'll try from distance. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Pele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Again, a brilliant save. Messi. That pass has been well intercepted. He's just misjudged that one. Caught offside that time. Iniesta.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And it's Messi. He's found a way through. And that's played in low. Ruben Diaz gets it clear. Good take, and is he in?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Iniesta. That's a good run down the left. Valencia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's in on goal. Is there any support? He might not need it.
Valencia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cannavaro. Hasebe. Spread it left. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Decent chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
So we have movement on both benches. And it's Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Valencia have a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Time is running out here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And they win it back again. Azar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Pelé. Cleared without hesitation. Spread to the right. He's going for goal! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's nice. He has found the way through. Big chance! And the ball's come. In he goes again. It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back.
And that will be the final act. Valencia were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now.
Well, Peter, when you've got a striker like Romario in your team, you're always going to be in with a chance.
Oh, there's no one quite like him.
Yeah, a bit of a revolutionary. He was one of the first strikers to venture outside the penalty area, dropping deep, linking up the play. They all do it now. I guess he was the trailblazer.
Oh, that's fabulous. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Busquets is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Busquets. And it's Iniesta. Distributed tidily. He is through here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Guardiola defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Could move up a gear here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Stojkovic plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kvaratskhelia making good progress. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Busquets. Stojkovic. And here's Hullet. Iniesta. Now, what about a counter-attack? Busquets. Hasebe. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pedri. And it's Stojkovic. He won't be happy with that one. Iniesta. And here's Hullet. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Nicely weighted ball. Busquets gets over and intercepts. Hasebe. Iniesta. Knocks it into space. He might be it. Romario! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rijkaard. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Hullet. Can he get it through? Messi receives it in a wide position. Stojkovic finds himself offside. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Iniesta. Now that looks a decent ball. Romario was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now he's off and running. Pedri. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Romario. And this is Raul. That's tidy. Played out to the left flank.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Cannavaro is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. That has been slung wide. And that's... and he shoots! And one more try! It's there!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Valencia are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Iniesta. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Valencia go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Valencia just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good.
Cambio de jugadores.
So we're off again. Valencia currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Stojkovic. Iniesta. For Hasebe. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. He's found a way through. Cannavaro. Messi. Messi. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he was quick to react. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Romario really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Cannavaro gets it away. Valencia have the chance to go the other way. That is good progress on the left. He's got away. Nice control. And this is Iniesta, forced to go back. And Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Good read, needed to be. And it's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's beaten the last man.
Fluminense really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Pedri, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Guardiola. And here's Cruyff. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
That's going across goal. Played out to the left flank, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Stojkovic into the channel.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Messi! That is some save from De Gea. Tries to play it through, and it's Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fluminense really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Messi is in a really good position out wide. Pedri. Busquets. And it's Pedri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Stojkovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Pinged towards the front line. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Ups for safety. And back to the keeper. Garcia, dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. Just 5 minutes left. And it's Kaka. And there's green grass ahead of him. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Shoots! And it's in! And right near the end, we have parity. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determined...
Goes for a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next.
El dorsal 4, el dorsal 18, Iniesta, el dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 9.
Messi with the short
El
one.
dorsal 80, Ronaldinho. El dorsal
That is out of
20,
play.
Rosicky. El dorsal 21. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
It's a sweeping cross. Timber gets it clear. They'll have to settle for that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
A continuación,
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Valencia certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that